Well, here we are in mid-December, coming up on Christmas. No, those weren't Christmas presents. That's all the gear off my boat. It's time to do some rigging and preparing. My very first fishing tournament is in 3 days. It's fortunately at the lake by my house, and unfortunately, the lake has not been good lately. I went out last weekend. It was my last chance to practice before the tournament. Things did not go well. The water was turned up. It had rained a lot. The wind was up. It was churning. It's cold, muddy, rough water. Not great fishing conditions. I wore my trolling motor foot out. I was only out there for about 3.5 hours, maybe 4 hours tops. And it was tough. It looks like we're going to have those very same conditions in about 3 days. Tomorrow there's supposed to be a lot of storms running in, possibly going to snow. It's only going to have 1 day to calm down, if it even has 1 day to calm down before Saturday. So it's looking kind of bleak. I don't think it's going to take a lot of fish to win this tournament. I'd be surprised if anyone limited out. Man, I think 2 or 3 fish in the boat could win it. So we're going to work on that. Me and my partner Chris, and now we're going to do some rigging.
We're in pursuit.
Okay, so these are the rods that I'm going to be fishing in the tournament. I'm going to make some alterations here. I need to add some leaders. It's Texas fishing, so I mean, there's all kinds of nifty stuff to get hung up on. I'm going to stick with 50-pound braid on pretty much everything. I normally keep at least one rod spooled up with monofilament for topwater. Topwater ain't going to be happening, so I'm going to take advantage of the gear that I have and get them all spooled up. So let me take some of these covers off. We'll talk about the gear a little bit. All right, so here's my box of goodies. A couple random things that I just picked up. I got some swim bait and this box of randomness that's just kind of a catch-all when I'm on the boat. I rescued this crankbait on shore, near shore, along the dam. I am pretty sure this is a crankbait that I lost when my uncle was here fishing with me. The line was still attached to it. I recognized the 50-pound braid and the 12-pound fluorocarbon, and I even recognized the knot. So I'm about 99% sure that this is a crankbait that I lost and was reunited with months later. How's that? That's a little bit dirty, and those hooks definitely need to go, but hey, crankbait's crankbait. Got our soft plastics here. So it's just one of these stackable tote type things. So I got your stick bait. I got stick bait, tailed stick bait is what I'm calling it. It's, swirl tails, ribbon tails, boot tails, stuff like that. And then the creature bait down below. And someone is calling me. Excuse me. Okay, phone call has been handled. So yeah, soft plastic, stick bait, tailed stick. These things are kind of neat. Big fan of the Dinger. Got a couple of those. Natural Forage is something that Chris brought me. That's my fishing partner. This is one of the companies that he works with. These little 4-inch stakes. They're a dark color. It's a purple with gold flake. These might actually work really well on a drop shot out there, given the murkiness of the water that I'm expecting. And they are scented. These are garlic scented, and boy, are they really scented, man. Having these, making sure the Ziploc is in and having it inside this container, which is inside this container, kind of prevents some of the garlicky aroma from accumulating in the boat there. I got some Strike Kings. These are nice dark blue with lighter blue fleck, which also might work out. These are some smaller yum dingers, not quite TRD. These might also work. The things that I've been catching on drop shot out there have been on a white tube and on a white swim bait. So, yep, more yum dingers. This one was killing it in Houston in the creeks and bayous. It's a watermelon green with red flake. Had a lot of luck with that. Got my wacky rig tool. Of course, some original Gary Yamamoto's, the standard, and then some more. Then this is some more of that green watermelon red flake on a shorter stick bait. What else we got in here? Okay, so these are what I call tailed stick bait. So there's a young dinger with boot tail in white. These were in the bargain bin, so they're not even labeled for what they actually are. This is a weird kind of blue and purple sort of swirl tail. That might work. I got these double-tailed Bass Dynasty ones that are kind of meant for wacky rigging. A lot of people, this is an MTB box deal, and a lot of people were having luck with these in the fall. I didn't even try them. My fall was just raining all the time, and then all of a sudden it was winter. Fat Alberts. These are a nice, short, kind of stubby, with a wide paddle tail on them. Nifty, nifty. There's some more young dingers. Swimming dingers is what they call them. So these are same green pumpkin red flake with a boot tail. There is a smaller one. The smaller might be the way to go, being that it's cold. The label on here from the bargain bin says crawdad. That is obviously not a crawdad. These are some chartreuse pumpkin U-tail. Zoom. And last but not least, we got some creatures, which I don't anticipate using a lot of until springtime, but maybe these might work good. These are baby brush hogs, black and blue. Little crawpappy, that's good for a small profile trailer on a chatterbait or a jig, maybe even a swim bait. Here's some more of that natural forage stuff. And that purple with gold flake, that's going to make a nice trailer on something. Got some KVDs, the rodents. I think everybody knows about those. What we got here? Oh, we got some toads. We've got some, what do they call this? Skeet Reese Havoc Pit Boss. Also, these are, the Vile Bug. These things are great, man. I think I'm going to be probably springtime, like I said. I like these little chunks on a natural colored chunk craws as jig trailers, power bait, Pit Boss, 4-inch, and another craw type, Elite Chunk Junior is what they're calling it. I don't anticipate seeing these again until springtime. Maybe, I don't know, maybe some of these smaller, more subtle ones. We'll put that on top just in case. Okay, what else we got here? So I got a couple of the larger. I'm just starting out to fill this one with crankbait. Got a lot of crankbait in this one. Jigs. Big fan of jigs. Haven't had any luck with them since the weather's got cold. And of course, alright, let me straighten this out. This is the doomsday weapon of last resort, the spinner crank. This was a joke until it worked. I've actually caught fish on this. It is a medium diving crankbait with the rear treble hook removed and replaced with a swivel, and then a crankbait, or a spinner bait attached to that with a trailer hook. The action is very crazy. When fish are active, it actually works. And so we'll just keep this as a like doomsday weapon. Maybe a good luck charm. You know? It may be ugly, but if it works, it works. Okay, we got spinner baits, we got chatter baits, we got spoons. These may be coming in very handy. Spoons and blade baits. Lipless crankbaits. These might also be coming in very handy. Top water's not going to help me. Poppers aren't going to help me. Jerk baits maybe. We'll see. They'll be on the boat regardless. And then these are all a variety of different kinds of swim bait. So we're stocked. Now we just got to get it all rigged. Spoon, we're going to leave as is. This will be as a follow-up bait or vertical jigging. I see no reason to change that out. I'm going to leave it as is. I'm also going to leave as is the shaky head. I think maybe along the dam, off a couple of different points where I've caught fish before. This could be a reasonable bait to use. I mean, stick bait is sort of universal. On the Defender, again we have we're drop shotting 1 ounce. We're gonna probably need to change that weight out to more cylindrical weight, or we're gonna lose it pretty quick. I put on the this is BioSpawn ExoSwim 4-inch on a 4/0 hook. We have our other drop shot rig is on the Abu Garcia Vengeance with the Pro Max, and again that's also a 1 ounce drop shot. We're going to go dark green tube on that one to begin with. Anyway, of course, we will be switching things as we need to as the conditions change. So we got a black skirted spinnerbait. It's got the Colorado blade on it, and it's got a gray. This is which one was this again? Oh, this is the Strike King Rage Swimmer in a shad color, 3.75 inch. And last but not least, we have got the big old nasty Cast King Royal Legend with the Speed Demon on it. And on that we are throwing a deep diving crankbait. That is a Berkeley Dredger, which is advertised to be diving 22 to 26 feet. That's what we're going with. Those are our 5 options on 6 rods. Reasonably sure if anything is going to get caught, that it's going to be on the drop shot. So that's why I've doubled up on that one. But those are my options. We can always make changes out there as we need to. We'll have to see how it goes. I know it's going to be tough, but what else are you going to do? On a side note, if you deliver packages for a living and you go up to a house that has a screen door on it, guess what? The screen door opens out. So when you stack the package right up against the door like that, you are not doing anybody any favors. I have to go through the back door, around to the front door, to get the package out of my way so that I could open the door. Thanks for that. The boot. Okay, well, I got one of the packages I was expecting today. It's a smaller, stool tile fishing seat for the boat, because as much as I love the seats that came with my tracker, and I really do love them, they are a bit bulky when you got 2 people trying to fish a tournament, so this is a little bit more out of the way. With my back and my knees, it's a little bit difficult to just fish all day standing up with the trolling motor. You know, I just got cable driven, foot operated trolling motor, and well, if you've ever done it, you probably kind of know what I'm talking about. It can be rough on the back and the knees. And I think that arrow's supposed to be pointing towards the front of the seat, so I think I got it right here. So I got the seat and the seat mount. I also ordered a longer adjustable post for it, which did not arrive. It's one of a few things that did not arrive. So I also ordered some winter shoes. I already got the winter gloves, the seat post. I still haven't gotten my mystery tackle box for December yet. It's at least 2 days past due. So hope I get the rest of my packages here pretty soon. Alright, so update. Good news, the rest of my packages did come in that I was expecting, things that I wanted and needed before the tournament. So one of them is the winter shoes. Check those out. I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but they're kind of black on black camo. They're fur lined. Even the soles are fur lined. Oh yeah, and the wool socks too. I've got already got some good gloves. Here they are. These are pretty bitchin' actually. So it's got the mitten on it that folds back to expose the fingerless glove, and same thing with the thumb. So you can keep your hands warm, but when you need to, you can expose your fingers to tie knots and that stuff. Of course, the Arctic Warrior ninja mask, that's going to come in handy. I wish somebody made something like this that wouldn't fog up your sunglasses every time you breathe. That would be nice to be able to keep your face warm and wear your polarized shades. So the last thing that came in was the new fishing seat for the boat. So, pretty simple. It's not threaded, but it's still gonna work. Smaller pedestal, longer posts. That is definitely going to help the situation with my back and knees. It's a full 8-hour tournament, and you're gonna be running that trolling motor the majority of that 8 hours. Hopefully it's not quite as windy by the time the tournament comes around. We shall see. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Please hit like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Tell your friends about us. We're trying to grow the channel. And wish me luck. My first tournament, and I'm hoping to at least not get skunked, but it'd sure be a hell of a thing if I won it. So, thanks for watching. Keep going out there, grind it out, catch big ones.